3, 2, 1, go. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and Facebook. What we're doing today is we're going to be doing Machete's top 5 ways, I guess, of being a better Call of Duty first-person shooter game straight to you from Machete himself and his military training from the Marines, infantry, to combat units, to military police training, all the way from special forces as well. So make sure you guys check this out and share it, like it, do whatever you need to do to get this out there, because this is going to be valuable for everyone. All right, we're going with number 1, actually number 5. Number 5 is going to be controller control. Yes, how do you control your controller? Are you holding it tightly? Are you death gripping it like I sometimes do? Are you, a nice, loose, firm grip? How's your trigger control on your trigger? You know what I'm saying? We're all talking about the controller right now. Number 5 is controller control. Make sure you keep a loose grip on your thing, but firm enough to stay in your hands. You don't want to be death gripping it, because what will happen is your hands will start sweating, your hands will start, slipping and all this jazz. So make sure you guys know your controller, know how you're holding it. Are you squeezing the trigger? Are you pulling the trigger? You know what I mean? Are you slamming on the buttons? Or are you pressing the buttons? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're aware of your controller control. And that's what we're going to be talking about for number 5. All right, number 4 coming in hot is, you guessed it, that is correct, you gotta have good internet connection. Yes, you do. The better internet connection you have, the better you'll be able to play. You can't play and be a good Call of Duty player if you're lagging all over the place. You know what I mean? You just can't, unfortunately. So make sure... Oh, shoot. Who the heck is that guy shooting at? Seriously. Now I'm gonna die because this guy over here... Oh, that guy scared me. You know what I'm saying? So, number 4 is you gotta have good internet connection. Now, what's good internet connection? That means your download speed has to be around 20 plus megabytes per second. Okay, 20 megabytes per second is going to be good enough to where you're going to be able to download this game and everything around it fast enough through your internet connection, so that way you can play better without any lag. Alright, so that's number 4. You gotta have good internet connection. Number 3, alright, for any team sports, this isn't just Call of Duty, but the first 2, 5 and 4, were definitely all about, what you can do as a better player. But what about as a team? You know what I mean? Since Call of Duty is mostly a team sport, unless you're going to be playing free-for-all, okay, you gotta have good communication. Great communication is even better. Now, what does communication mean to you in a sense of wartime, in a sense of first-person, shooter type of stuff? Well, let me give you an example. In the Marines, they teach us to yell and scream while we run. Now, what that does is it builds our lungs so that, one, we can take in more breath, okay, but also so that way, what you can do, now we get more players. What you can do is actually yell above the gunfire, because it gets crazy up in here. So if you can yell above the gunfire, then what can happen is that you can actually communicate. Where's the enemy? Check your 6. You know what I'm saying? Where's the enemy coming in? Spawn points. Did we switch spawn points? What to look out for. Any traps, teamwork. Where are you compared to me? Are you behind me? Are you in front of me? Are you underneath me in the water? Where should we go? Domination, hard point, capture the flag. All of those are needed because you need to know where people are, so you know where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? So think of it that way, in a sense of, okay, good communication is number 3, coming in hot. Number 2 is coming at you right now. Number 2 for Machete's top 5 ways to be better at Call of Duty. Okay, we went over the first three. Now the first three is, of course, number 5, controller control. You got to have good control of your controller. You got to be accurate. You got to be able to know when to push the trigger, when not to push the trigger, when to throw in, when to not throw in. You know what I'm saying? Okay, then what do we got? Number 4, you gotta have good internet connection. You can't be lagging all over the place. Okay. Number 3, communication is key in winning team games. You gotta have good communication. Shout out where you are, where people are at. Did we switch spawns? Who's coming in? Who's not coming in? You know what I'm saying? So that's number 3. Number 2, coming in hot. Number 2 is going to be you can't run and gun. You cannot run and gun. Now, what does that mean? Now, that's just my phrase, okay? No running and gunning. That means you can't just run into battle without knowing where people are, especially in hardcore mode, but in any game mode, literally, okay? You just can't do that. You got to know where people are at all times, so that way you don't die as much, okay? That's simple as that. If you're running into an area where you don't... Oh, see? Where was that guy? I saw his shadow. So if you run into an area, okay, you can't just run in and be like this, gun down. You got to have your gun up. You got to be ready, start pointing. You got to know where and when people are going to come out. Exits, entrances. You got to know where people spawn at. You have to know the map inside and out, okay? So no running and gunning, please. Don't go running into an area where you don't know where people are. And that is my number 2 tip for being better, is know where your people are at. Okay? No run and gun. Please don't run in there anymore and just die for no... At least get 1 kill before you die. Okay? That means, don't just run into an area. So, no running and gunning. Aim before you shoot type of thing. Alright, number 1, this is going to be the last one for Machete's top 5 ways of being a better Call of Duty first-person shooter game. And it is also the most important. It is the most important. Coming in from number 2, we got number 1, and that is check your corners, mate. Check your corners. Now, what does that mean? When you come into a room like that, look, I check all the way to the right, I check all the way to the left. If someone's camping there, you got to know. So I know there's a guy right there, so I can go all the way to the left, boom, all the way to the right, check your corners anytime you go into a new area. Anytime, okay? That's anytime you go into a new area. Look, so we're going to go into this room right now. We don't know who's in it. We kind of know no one's in it. So we're going to come in. We're going to come in hot. We're going to come in with our reticles open all the way. We're going to see now we got this left corner. Now we go all the way to the other corner. And bam, there's the other corner. And that is how you check your corners, mates. Make sure that is the number 1 rule. And that has been it for Machete's top 5 ways to being a better Call of Duty first-person shooter player. Whoa. Thanks for coming in. Make sure you guys check out CollectionGamingNetwork.com, our sponsors. Also, cinchgaming.com, gamersoption.com, and last but not least, No Scope Gaming Glasses. This has been Machete's Top 5 Ways. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on another time. Stay classy, y'all.